Now that you've had a look at your leadership skills and potentials, it is worth taking into consideration some of the leadership styles that are most common in business today. These styles are mere guides to the kinds of leaders that exist, and the important message that you need to take away from this is that styles should vary depending on the situation that arises within the new venture. The first style we're going to look at is a visionary style. In its most basic definition, a visionary leader sees the vision of where he or she wants the business to be in the future. So using a visionary leadership style, you create a compelling picture of the future, articulate it to your team, and motivate them to take creative and innovative approaches to accomplish a goal for the venture. For example, one of your goals may be to design, produce, and sell a product that will bring down carbon emissions from all modes of transport. Through your articulation of this vision or dream, you provide a platform for your team and employees to work to achieving that vision. So part of this style is to encourage creativity and innovation on their part so that this goal is achieved. At certain points of the venture life cycle, including the startup phase, you may take up a coaching leadership style. So leaders using the coaching style focus on working with one team member at a time to provide guidance, develop skills and expertise in the venture. Now this style is particularly useful when your input and advice is required. Otherwise it may appear overbearing and undermining. The coaching leadership style provides support and guidance by allowing less experienced team members and employees to shadow their leaders and perform work under supervision and take on tasks when they are ready. So when the situation requires the team to work together on a specific goal or activity, you would most likely use a collaborative leadership approach. Now this style emphasizes the value of team building. Successful leaders frequently use this strategy at the beginning of the venture process. Another leadership style that you will use over the course of the venture life cycle is a democratic leadership style. Now this style is used when you need to get input from others in your team. As an example, you may need opinions on the prototype of your product. Applying a democratic leadership style for this situation is important to ensure that all team members are included in the process of development and to show that you value their inputs and opinions. So avoid using this strategy during a crisis or situation that requires a quick decision. In times of an emergency, you may need to apply the commanding or autocratic leadership style. Now this style is most effective when a leader needs to make a quick decision and take a decisive action. Now this could be in a time of crisis, like your supplier being unable to deliver raw materials for your product at a short notice. In this situation, the lead entrepreneur will need to make a decision quickly and without any hesitation, as production and onward sales depend on it. It is important to point out that autocratic leadership works best during crisis points or to build a failing team or business. Autocratic leaders rarely praise subordinates or recognise their contributions, so allegiance to this type of leader is typically short-lived. These various leadership styles are not isolated from one another. Effective leaders adopt a style to adapt to a specific situation that arises. You might mostly demonstrate the skills and characteristics of one type of leadership style, but it's likely that you will show different skills during different situations and challenges. Remember, leadership skills can be innate and they can also be developed over time.